Welcome to Wednesday night recap, where we recap Wednesday night, and it's what we do. But great to see you guys. We had a great night last night, and I had a pretty good turnout of people. So if you haven't been out, come on out Wednesday night. We're going through the book of Daniel, or at least a portion of Daniel, and we're going to be talking about thriving in Babylon. And who doesn't like to thrive?
Yeah.
Do you like to thrive?
I do like to thrive.
I like to thrive too. But when we're going through the book of Daniel, one of the things we're realizing is that Daniel had just a literally life-altering experience when Jerusalem was captured by Nebuchadnezzar and brought back to Babylon. And when we were going through that tonight, what were some of the things that stood out to you about his life, his situation, his story?
So the first one was you pointed out that how bad Babylon really was. So much so that it said that in Revelation it says Babylon is fallen, and to think throughout history, because Revelation's the end times. Throughout history. Mm-hmm. You could have picked anything. You mentioned Sodom and Gomorrah, Nazi Germany, the Crusades, all of these things. Yeah. But Babylon was the worst of the worst. Yeah. And here Daniel was able to stay true to his God throughout all of it. I was amazed by that.
Yeah. And, we looked a little at Daniel's story and how he had an incredible story of capture, being brought into the inner educational leader circle of Babylon, and was given a master's degree in astrology and magic and all these really crazy things that you don't really think about when you think about Daniel. Mm-hmm. He was forced into this. Mm-hmm. And yet there's a passage right in the beginning of Daniel chapter 1. And it says this: in the third year that Jehoiakim was king of Judah, King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon attacked Jerusalem. And this is the key. The Lord let Nebuchadnezzar capture Jehoiakim and take away some of the things used in God's temple. And you think about that.
Say that phrase. What was the phrase last night?
Thank you. The phrase was this: God is in control of those who are in control. Right. And so I think it's not only Daniel's story that we talked about last night, but it's the fact that the thing that kept Daniel strong throughout the book of Daniel, and he's written Daniel looking back, is the fact that God is in control of those who are in control. I mean, that's a powerful...
Absolutely, yeah. It's comforting too, because where we can fret and worry and all of that, like Daniel just kept his eyes on the Lord,
Yeah. And you may think the world around you is in rough shape, is bad. You may think it's falling apart. Whatever your opinion or thought is, it's not worse than Babylon. It's not.
Right.
It's not. And that's one of the important things to remember, that in the middle of that, Daniel knew that God had delivered. God had allowed this to happen. He's in control of even King Nebuchadnezzar, who was in control of the known world at that point.
Right.
And, so that's what we talked about last night, the fact that Daniel's story was a unique story, a tragic story in some ways, but it should be comforting to us because ultimately God is in absolute control. And don't miss next Wednesday night. We're going to be diving further into Daniel, having a good time doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And appreciate you guys, and we'll look forward to seeing you next Thursday.
Hey, happy Mother's Day.
Oh, happy Mother's Day.
It's coming up.
I almost save me. Go ahead. Give us some Mother's Day.
It's coming up Sunday. And
you know why he looks so good? Because I
recorded my sermon today.
He's speaking Mother's Day. So if you wanna have a message that'll hit you in the heart,
this live.
Yes.
Be here Sunday.
Be here.
Come with Mom.
And tissues, because he's gonna give us a message that hits to the core. He'll cry, we'll cry. It'll be a cry fest. It'll be good. But no, we're excited about Mother's Day to celebrate moms, and also Pastor Brandon's going to be bringing the message this coming Sunday. So Do not miss out.
Right.
And again, next Wednesday we're going to continue on Thriving in Babylon, looking at the book of Daniel.
Right.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.